tell you that I love you 100 times a day. You'll get tired.
What really defines a desk setup? I think the answer to this question really depends on who you ask. But to me, it's about having everything that I need on my desk to complete my work and make it as efficient as possible. And of course, the aesthetic part of having a desk setup that looks good is really important. I'm not gonna lie, to me, it's probably one of the most important parts. But anyways, enough talking, let me show what I mean. This is my 2024 desk setup video. Okay, let's start with the main component that supports everything on my desk, known to many of you as the YouTube special. This is the kitchen countertop plus Alex drawers from IKEA. You've probably seen this desk or something similar on other YouTube channels, and for good reasons. This desk is affordable compared to others with similar features and doesn't lack the sturdiness or quality, at least for now. The top I have is a Carby countertop measuring 74 inches long and about 26 inches wide. I love the walnut color since it matches the theme I wanted for my setup. Eventually, I want to paint the walls either dark gray or some other darker color to match the aesthetics I'm aiming for, but for now, it works. The Alex drawers are great too. They keep most of my tech accessories such as chargers, phone cases, my SSD, camera gear, or boxes somewhat organized. I need to invest in some organizers, but in the meantime, it's alright. They also give me a quick access to everything I need while working in the office. Between the two, I believe I paid around $550 at the time, but I'll leave the links for everything in the description if you guys want to check it out. Next, let's talk about my desk mat. The one I have is the felt desk mat from Delta Hub. I got it recently and it feels like it's made with high quality materials and it's very comfortable to work on. It matches very well the aesthetics on my desk, and more importantly, it's easy to clean. I'm pretty sure there's better options out there, but for the price, I think it's hard to beat. And I see myself keeping it long term since as of now, it has everything I look in a desk mat. It's not easy to choose the right keyboard since there's so many options out there. But when it comes to value and performance, you cannot go wrong with the Logitech combo. I have the Logitech MX keys and it has been my keyboard of choice since my first desk setup. Although it might not matter much, it has a good weight to it, resembling aluminum even though it's made out of plastic. The keys have good travel and are configured similarly to the MacBook, so the typing experience feels very natural after spending a few hours using it. I like the ability to switch easily in between devices since it allows you to have up to 3 channels accessible with the press of a button. The battery lasts around 2 weeks, but it could last even longer if you turn off the light proximity feature. I personally enjoy, so I'm okay with the battery life I typically get, but also you can use it wired and completely forget about the battery. However, I don't think it looks as good in my opinion, but use whatever works best for you. The only truly thing missing to make the keyboard perfect is the fingerprint reader. If that's an important feature for you and you use your MacBook at your desk while keeping it closed like I do, you're probably better off opting for the Apple keyboard that comes with it natively. Pairing with the MX keys, I have the Productivity King, the MX Master 3S. This is a recent pickup since I originally was using the mic mouse, and I know it's the charging ports at the bottom and the ergonomics aren't what most people call comfortable, but to be honest, I liked it. I used it for a long time without any issues and the battery lasted long enough that charging it wasn't a problem for me. However, it doesn't really stand a chance against the MX Master 3S. It's not just the improved ergonomics and almost completely silent clicks, but also the crazy amount of customization you can do with Logi Options Plus. You can customize it to make your everyday work much more efficient, along with setting up shortcuts for different apps to speed up your task. The side scroll is a game changer for me, although I still carry my Magic Mouse for my M4 iPad Pro on occasions as it adds to the whole thin and portable experience, but it has been put aside for my desk related work. Now let's talk about the most important device on my desk setup, my M3 Max MacBook Pro. This is the most powerful laptop I've owned and I intend to keep it for a very long time. It handles everything from my YouTube channel, including video editing and Resolve, photo editing, thumbnails, and managing every aspect of my business. It's extremely reliable and powerful enough to handle every task without issues, which is obviously expected from a Max model. I bought the base model Max, but if I could go back, I would have chosen a configuration with 40 core GPU and 48 gigs of unified memory. I often get close to maxing out my 36 gigs of memory when multitasking and working on heavy tasks, but lesson learned. I also chose the 14-inch instead of the 16-inch MacBook Pro because I didn't need the extra screen since most of the time my MacBook is used as a desktop when it's closed, which is typically the way that I use it the most. Saying this, when I work on the go, I typically prefer a more compact device. Plus, depending on where I go and the work that I have to do during that time, I might pick up my M4 iPad Pro instead. Although nothing beats the performance of my M3 Max MacBook Pro, and even with a lot of use, mine still performs the same way it did since day one, and it's all thanks to our sponsor CleanMyMac. Many people think MacBooks are completely immune to viruses. Although Apple does a great job with security, there's always possibility of installing unwanted malware by clicking a link in an email or downloading a file or an app from an unsafe website. CleanMyMac protects your MacBook against malware with just a click of a button, performing an in-depth checkup for different kinds of vulnerabilities. Additionally, CleanMyMac helps you remove junk files like outdated cache, logs, and useless localizations. It can even locate large files consuming a big portion of your storage in seconds. So keep your Mac clean and running as good as new with CleanMyMac. Check the link in the description for more. Next, pairing up with my M3 Max MacBook Pro, I have the Apple Studio display sitting on a monitor riser. On the positive side of things, the Apple Studio display is simply one of the best displays for creatives. The color accuracy is incredible, which is mostly appreciated for those photo and video editing sessions, but even for consuming media, this display is absolutely beautiful. The 5K resolution and the 27-inch display provide excellent clarity and sharpness for navigating your MacBook, reading articles, and even playing games. However, for games, I prefer higher refresh rate than the 60Hz this monitor offers. Another thing I love about the Studio display is the minimal connections needed to output my M3 Max MacBook Pro to the monitor. A single USB Type-C cable powers my laptop and allows me to use the Studio display. Of course, many monitors out there have Thunderbolt connections, but the other pros this display offers makes it the perfect choice for my workflow. The build quality is outstanding. The aluminum frame looks modern and I think timeless as well, while also matching the design of my MacBook Pro and iPad, which are mostly working along each other. And of course, aesthetics matters too. Hear me out, there's also a negative for the Studio display. You cannot deny that it's a very expensive monitor and there's options out there that can give you a better performance for less money. Another thing to point out is that it has 60Hz refresh rate, which if you're coming from ProMotion is gonna be noticeable. I'm not gonna lie, you're gonna see that it's slightly slower, but for the work that I do on my desk, I don't really need the highest refresh rate. I'll be happy if I had 120 Hz, but this is good enough for editing video and photos and pretty much working with all the business related work that I had to do in my office. A desk wouldn't be completed without having your monitor sitting on a monitor riser. It provides a better position for your display, and most importantly, it gives you more storage for those items you use frequently but don't want visible at all times. I found mine on Amazon from a company called Nortec and was very surprised by the build quality since it's made out of solid wood. The color isn't an exact match with my desk, but the differences are minimal. Refinishing could fix it, but honestly, I think I'm okay with it as is. I think every desk setup needs some sort of all-in-one charger for your main devices, and I've decided to use the MagBak 3-in-1 wireless charger. It's not necessarily the fastest charger, but taking into consideration how much time I spend at my desk, it works fine for me, but what makes me gravitate towards this charger is its amazing minimal aluminum design, resembling the other devices on my desk at the moment. One of my recent pickups was also the BenQ screen bar, and this is a complete game changer, guys. I know it's expensive as well. There's different options out there that I will try to link in the description if you guys are interested into looking, but it provides great benefits, not only providing good illumination without showing reflections on the screen, also alleviates eye strain, which is huge if you spend a lot of hours working on your desk. For a cable organizer, I have a very cheap solution I found on Amazon as well. I honestly should be doing a better job organizing my cables, but since I don't have much under my desk, this solution works very well. It has 2 clamps securing the tray under my desk while keeping all the cables somewhat hidden. I definitely need to improve my cable management, but let me know what you guys think. I think it's fine for now. Last is one of my favorite tech devices this year, which is the beautiful 11-inch iPad Pro along with the Cool Shoe X33 Pro stand. This iPad has, as you guys know, a beautiful tandem OLED that works amazing as a secondary display. Also, it works as the ultimate notebook. I keep everything that I do very organized, way better than having a physical notebook in my experience, and I love using freeform to mind map and plan my videos in a more organized manner than if I had some notes only by themselves. It works great at my desk and it's a must-have for me. I have the M4 iPad Pro matched with the Cool Shoe X33 Pro. This thing is an amazing stand because not only can hold your iPad securely using magnets, you can also rotate the iPad 360 degrees for either using as a secondary monitor or to write some notes, but also serve as a charger. So you have your connection on the rear, charging the iPad at 18 watts constantly, so it's always charged. More importantly, and the reason why I love it so much is because it has an excellent build quality. It matched the aesthetics of everything that I have, and I know it's not the most important thing. I keep saying it, but it's really important. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
Tonight, I'm gonna take you out and